The Inquisitorious. Force sensitives, many of whom were former Jedi, turned to the dark side, either on their own or were tortured and corrupted until they were broken beings who would then serve the dark side and answer to the Galactic Empire and Sith. They would be given a number, then depending on their gender of course, be referred to as brother or sister. Ninth sister, sixth brother, etc. Except of course for the Grand Inquisitor, a former Jedi temple guard who was over the Inquisitorious and answered directly to Darth Vader, even though the two didn't exactly always get along, even when hunting down survivors of Order 66. Sometime after the Jedi Purge in the beginning of the Galactic Empire, a dark-cloaked figure who was wandering the halls of the former Jedi temple on Coruscant, now the new Imperial Palace. He stops at a display holding a former temple guard outfit and gazes upon it. Something familiar. Lies, he says to himself. I remember lies. Elsewhere, Darth Vader, having just made repairs to his suit using the Force as he was immersed in a bacta tank at the same time, which is pretty cool by the way, is alerted that there is an intruder inside of the temple. Vader finds the intruder inside of the Jedi archives looking wonderingly. No one will deny me now, he says. No one is left. Or so he thought, just as the menacing black form of the new Sith Lord appears, a lightsaber ignited. The intruder is forced to ignite his weapon as well, and the two figures engage in battle. The man ditches his cloak, revealing a menacing face, and lashes out at Vader. However, even after the intruder ignites yet another blade on his lightsaber and they begin spinning around and around at unbelievable speed, Vader is still able to get the better of him and is ready to move in for the kill. However, before Vader can land the killing blow, he is stopped by his master Sidious. I see you have met the Grand Inquisitor. The Inquisitor, still on the ground, yet to regain his composure completely. My Emperor, I don't understand. You gave me leave to explore the archives, to study Jedi teachings to see how I might turn them towards the ends of the Inquisitorious. Darth Sidious reveals that he alerted and sent Vader to the Grand Inquisitor as he wanted the two to meet. You see, my friend, he goes on, you are first among Inquisitors, but the Inquisitorious belongs to the Sith. Vader remains bewildered as he and his master travel to the Industrial District, where they find the Inquisitors training among themselves, red, double-bladed lightsabers in hand, similar to the one that attempted to kill Vader shortly before. The Inquisitorious, a project of mine long planned. Slaves to the light side once, now awake, hunters and all. Vader stands by his hooded master, gazing down from on high at the group. What do they hunt? Why, Jedi, of course. Most of the Jedi were killed in our glorious purge, but some few remain. You and the Inquisitors must find these Jedi, Lord Vader. You must turn them all. You must destroy them all. For in truth, there is no greater threat to our galaxy. Vader is put in charge of the Inquisitors, and it wouldn't be a stretch to say that their training was torturous. Vader had no problem brutalizing them and even taking the opportunity to sever limbs from their bodies to teach them the lesson of loss, which the Grand Inquisitor wasn't too pleased about. Their earliest mission would be to track down former Jedi archivist Jocanu, who was believed to have survived Order 66. She did in fact survive and had built a school for Force sensitives and was attempting to find and gather students to begin a new era of Jedi. However, instead of Vader and the Inquisitors having to hunt her down, in time she would come to them. She would return to the former Jedi temple and sneak in, attempting to attain a holocron which contained Force-sensitive beings throughout the galaxy, which she could find and bring to her new school. It wouldn't be long before she would stumble across the Grand Inquisitor, poring over knowledge in the archives which had been denied him by Jocanu herself during his time as the temple guard. He would confront her and the two engaged in a duel before the Grand Inquisitor got the better of her and was about to end her life before she was saved by Vader, who reinstated that the Emperor wanted her alive. She managed to escape momentarily after deleting the archives, but it wasn't long until Vader found her and prepared to bring her in. Nu began taunting Vader, even revealing that she knew he was the fallen Anakin Skywalker. As a matter of fact, once on board a transport, Nu would continue to taunt Vader by telling the clone troopers on board the truth of Vader's identity, and Vader would then kill the troopers to protect this coveted information. Vader, disregarding the Emperor's desire to keep her alive, ignited his red blade, and Jocanu accepted her fate. Vader would tell his master that the former archivist had tried to escape, and he did what he needed and ended her life. The Inquisitors are one of my favorite aspects of Star Wars that has been introduced over the past number of years, and I plan on covering them more in the future, so please let me know if there's any certain things about them that you're wanting to know, and I'd be glad to cover it for you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.